So, piggy fans have been asking where the Melski skin quest, and, well, I don't know. I'm not the dev, so don't ask me. However, I could give you a bunch of stuff that you should expect for the Melski skin quest. You know, most of the time, I don't like to make piggy news videos, right when it comes out. I want to just compile it up in a big update. I might make a new video with, the update, a day before, but judging by how we haven't got any news, it's pretty good to give you guys a refresher of how big this update truly is. So, let's get into it. You see here, they promised a Halloween update. As you know, as I'm recording this, it's November time, so there's no news of what they're going to do. If they're still going to just have these Halloween skins and the Halloween aspect of it in just a November time, which is, I think, is okay, or they're going to just scrap some of it and then wait for next year. We don't have any confirmation yet, but I highly kind of mixed. I can see both sides of it. A part of me believes they won't do that. A part of me also think that they could do that because it doesn't make any sense to have a Halloween update in November time. And judging by how it's the first week of November, they're probably released in the second or the fourth week. But I have a different prediction, and I'll talk about it at the end of the video. But that's one fact you guys should know about this thing that was going to be a Halloween update, and it might still or still not be, so we have to find out soon. The old poem is so not in the scope more ambitious than Mr. P, and they said, maybe about the same. There was before they announced the Rowley campaign and another one, so I actually believe it's bigger than the Mr. P update because of that fact, and because of the reason that not only we're going to have 6 skins in the game, we're also going to have, Rowley, a new tape. And after that, we're going to get Mystery Project. So I definitely believe this update is way more bigger than the Mr. P update. Because the Mr. P update, they had a season, they had a rally, and that was just about it. And then it skipped quite a couple weeks later, I think in January. So it kind of now it's probably more than that. Because we're getting another rally, a skin quest, and stuff. Actually, you know what, maybe it's just about to say because they didn't announce the season. But yeah. Still pretty cool though. Another thing I want to discuss is Neil's Void. And if you're not active in the Piggy community, Neil's Void is one of the developers in Piggy, mainly in Wizard Rock Studios. And if you didn't know, Neil's Void made the farm map in the Mr. P skin quest. When you go up and you go inside the farm map and you have to go do other stuff to give him the love potion, he made that map. So it's kind of nice to see that he's going to be back in the game. Or sorry, I don't know. I don't want to assume, so I'm going to say they. That they're going to be back in the game, making more maps. I said plural because they're also going to make a Winter Holiday one next month. So I'm excited for that, so we get best of both worlds. They also say we intend to release a wider mystery piece of merch around the same time in Melk's Key Quest and on our project. I think it's pretty safe to assume that they're just going to go off of and pretty much just release all of it at the same time. Because I don't feel why would they delay a Mel's Key Quest unless they're trying to do a bigger update? So I think it's pretty safe to assume, it's safe to say that. I mean, they could also just do that in November where they release half of the update like they did with Decay Delirium, where we got Decay chapter and then the season literally a week after. So they might do that. But I don't know, you know what I mean? Because again, it got delayed because of how big the update is. So I just feel like they might have released it all at one time. Also, this is pretty short, but this is what the wider page is going to look like for the rally. So I'm excited if you want to buy it. We don't know how much it's going to cost and how the rally inherently works, but it's pretty good to know. There was a while ago, but I think they said in June or May that it was green light, which means May 2 give them to go to start working on it. So, Mel's Key Quest have been worked on before. So, we do know the Mel's Key Quest is probably ready right now. They're probably just, doing the finishing touches and adding it to one big update. But it's pretty interesting to see that, it's hot and ready. So, it's been greenlit. So, they've been kind of, getting the concept done and how it's going to go. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. This was a large, short little teaser, but you can see the key there and the P.E.K.K.A. So, you can probably say to assume that the reward is going to be in the P.E.K.K.A. for this event. It makes a lot of sense. I do think this is pretty obvious, but you do not need to be pick 64 to do the Mouse Key quest. However, though, if you do want Nor, and actually no, now it's too late, but back in the day, if you wanted the other skins to go along with it, you had to at least participate. So, but overall, though, yeah, I think this is pretty obvious information. And for a lot of new people that just started to play Piggy, and they just want a free skin, I get that fair because you don't have to do a whole other game. So we don't have to worry about saying, I'm sorry, but your request is in another game. So, yeah, I think that makes my life and everyone else's life a little bit easier. I already did beat Pig 64 Part 2 and Part 1 though, so it kind of don't really matter for me, but definitely does matter for a lot of new Piggy players. This in the same update or in the same window, I do believe my theory is that the Tape 3 is going to come out before the Mouse Key Skin Quest with the Wire Page Rally. I don't imagine them releasing them as separate updates, judging by how like it got delayed. I definitely believe that the Mouse Key Skin Quest and the Wider Rally will be the same update. If not, I'll make an update video, but I definitely believe they'll be in the same update. But I do believe the Mouse Key Skin Quest will come out probably before. The freaking Tape 3 will probably come out before the update to hype it up. But yeah, it makes sense. This is a pretty controversial thing, but they pretty much said is, oh yeah, the skin is going to be limited. Which, in my opinion, I feel like it shouldn't have been, because it's like a storyline character, and the last one, Mrs. P, you can still get in the game. I feel like the problem with Piggy now is there's so many limited skins that we don't ever get to have the skin that stay in the game. I feel like it'll be cool if we have more like quest skins that stay in the game that you can do, just extra little stuff to do your time with. Because when you have limited skins, it's like after a certain point you can't do it again. So what's the whole entire point of playing Piggy if you got all the other skins? You know what I mean? For especially all new players, you could get a lot of other skins like Laura and Phoenix, and of course you could get skin for being chapters. But other than that, like there's not really that much skin to do skin quests anymore. I miss doing skin quests. And I understand some limited skins, but I feel like this one shouldn't have been limited, especially the AJ and P.E.K.K.A. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but at the same time, it kind of doesn't. I feel like every makeshift plus shouldn't have to be limited, because you're paying money for a promise of the skin. So just to have it taken away if it took too long or too hard, kind of like, in my opinion, ruined the whole entire point, but that's just my opinion. I want to have two questions. Will the Mouse Key Quest take place in would game PC for Piggy? Will the AJ P.E.K.K.A. initially named after your name? So the second one is a fun fact, but he did say based on the name. But the main key thing here is that they did confirm that you don't have to do Pig 64 to beat it, so you definitely don't have to play it. So for this whole event, you don't even have to touch Pig 64 at all. I mean, unless they change their mind. But it seems like that we don't even have to touch Pig 64 at all. We go just only take place in Piggy, and you don't even need Pig 64 to do it. So, or either maybe we're going to be like the prototype where you have to at least do something inside Pig 64, because he never said you're not touching it at all. So that's just there that we had to do say inside Pig 64, but it seems like for now that it's safe to say that is only a Piggy now. So, and that makes sense because Mr. P thing was only a Piggy too. So I feel like people are asking this though because these characters are for Pig 64. But yeah. What else could you expect Tape 3 to get before after the Mouse Key Quest? He said you could expect the all the release within the same window. Which again, I still believe that Tape 3 are probably going to come out before the Mouse Key Skin Quest and the Rally. By the way, if I say Mouse Key Skin Quest, I'm going to just say a wider Rally, so you know what I'm talking about. Because they're going to probably be the same update. But I did feel like that it makes more sense for them to release the tape first, be like before, maybe like a couple of days or maybe a week before to advertise it, and to give it like a whole entire trailer and stuff like that for this thing. It might not even have a trailer, but who knows. But that's overall my opinion about it. So yeah, that's another thing to add to the list. Another thing they're pretty interesting and can't wait. Also, any puzzle hint for what the skin is, and it showed the tape emoji. So either it probably will be like an old-timey classic skin, or maybe it'll be saying like Nor, where it comes off the TV and try to attack you. There are just a couple there that have. We do know too that we do know that technically you're making 2 skins, and there will be a total of 6 skins. We don't know they're mentioning also Rider Page, because if I can recall, they mentioned like kind of like not having Rider Page or something. So we'll see. They said what the update they're planning to play for when they asked about the season thing. So my theory is that the rally campaign is going to involve something that you do inside of Piggy. Because if you remember in the last campaign that we had, which AJ and P.E.K.K.A., you actually had to get a lot of Piggy coins to get like an extra, like to open the case that lets you a shipwreck collab. So who knows, maybe that's the thing with the rally campaign where it's only buying stuff. You also do too the AJ rally, they had like 2 that you can get to with extra points. Buy the full plushie, they give you more points, or either there won't be getting pins that are more slower and give you less points for the campaign to fill up the jar. So maybe it could be the same thing here with Rider Page, where you do stuff inside the game and actually use a certain amount of points, but buying the plushie will give you more points. or either if they're gonna be like an extra thing you could do to get more skins that we all have the community have to work for. So yeah. Okay, I'm back in my house. Sorry, I was outside. Also, one more thing. Will the mouse key quest have spooky aspects out of the 10 to be in the Halloween update? Yes. Okay, again, I find this interesting and I still want to add this to the list because I feel like it probably going to still be a pretty scary experience. So, I mean, I'm not going to say it's going to be like the next decay, but you definitely expect some jump scares, so it's pretty spooky. So, that's what I get for to that. Way not that much new, but it's still pretty interesting, though. Will the Water Pledge and other mystery pledge be a part of the same campaign? Will it be another campaign rally for rewards? And they said the campaign rally for merch will be intercourse with mouse key quest. The way I can yet is played. I would say you is played it, but my theory is a couple of things that you pay for the merch, right? And then you just get the item. Or either because, again, India Peko is a little different from Mr. P. Well, for one, they had an automatic update thing where just automatically updates with the thing except for the, of course, mouse key quest. But one thing, sorry, a little tired. Sorry, but one thing we should note about this fact is that if this is true, right, and like it ain't gonna be different, we could probably have a doing something inside the game because also the same rally in Yapeka, we had to like open this like case with like shipwreck. They call like I see like 6,400,000 piggy tokens. All of us in the community had to work together. So maybe the same thing for this rally where all of the community had to do like these cool little events that can help. Or you can buy a plushie that actually like makes it even more faster. So we'll see, but that's just one of my theories. Or maybe it's the amount of people that keep on doing the mouse key skin quest. So like if there are 10 people, it give more points for the other rally. But yeah, just wanted to say that. I do feel like it's gonna be Sunny Side Piggy that leads to the plushies. So that's just my theory for that. I do want to bring them back. They said ways the mouse key quest will be permanent limited time so the Halloween updates. He said most likely limited time. I don't believe so anymore because for one, it's not even a Halloween update anymore. So kind of with the whole entire point and bring it at the Halloween update and it off in December, November time. Secondly, too, he did say most likely, but he never said full on, yeah, it's going to be limited time. He said most likely. So it would make more sense if they did completely make it just a permanent thing after what happened. But that's just a theory I have. This is not really like mouse key quest do, but they said will there be a monthly character focus chapter. They said as of now, Atiwara nothing even works regarding a character focus chapter or any other updates in the main game outside mouse key quest. Not that it would never happen. We did a very good opportunity and a reason to shift focus from mystery to that. Which is pretty interesting, but I feel like most of the character is going to get like the attention he deserves in the mystery project, so I don't really see a need for a character focus channel for him. Also, one character focus channel for the main cast, not just a random side character that comes from a different game. So, yeah. Are there any more plans with Nora? He said yes. This doesn't inherently confirm that Nora will make an appearance for the mouse key quest, but it is pretty interesting though. So maybe Nora will probably be a part of it. Who knows? Don't get your hopes up though. But it is interesting though that they do have plans for Nora the rat, the one that can rap. I'm joking. That do have a plan for Nora. Also, this pretty much tentatively confirmed that he is coming back to Piggy to make more skins, and we do know there are going to be 6 skins, and 2 of them are made by Tentative Flea. So that is pretty interesting just to know. I see it's something, a really quick fun fact that you can like get. So yeah, that's all I have to really say about Tentative Flea and that information. But there are going to be a lot of skins. I remember too, there are another post I don't have, but they're like, oh yeah, this and that, we're going to have to see. They said, you don't have to worry, there's like a ton of content, so it does make sense. Well, I originally thought we were talking about like, community skins because you get those every 1 to 2 weeks, but that's just a theory though. But I do like where this is going for the mouse key quest. We still don't have a release date, but again, at the end of the video, I will give my best prediction of a release date and what I think it's going to release and what I think it's not going to release. By the way, another poster too, so pretty cool. Kenny's people, he first said, how are you? He said, we're getting the penguin again. When the quest projected to release, will we get a release? Will it be harder than Mr. P quest? Will there be something for it? He said, I'm okay, thanks for asking. Very soon, actually, we'll have an initial day, but not right this year, probably, definitely, and I think so, yes. One of the main thing is, I feel like we all know Neon Void and the release date we're not getting it yet. But one of the things that I find interesting is he thinks they're going to be harder than the Mr. P campaign, than the Missing P quest. And you don't know what the Missing P quest was, I feel like the first two sets were the hard. Like, because again, most of these, like, skin quests, it just steps to really draw people off until find the main thing. It's more easier if you know what you're doing. But Mr. P, though, like, when you can teleport to the sub area was pretty difficult. We had to do with Mr. P charting after you, and then Mr. P. And then you have to do that. And then you also have to do the puzzle in a certain amount of time. So it kind of does make sense of why he will probably say that. We could probably got to do more puzzle, or probably the final section. Maybe when we have an AJ and Pekka bar or something like that, it's gonna be 10 times more difficult to handle. But yeah, it's pretty interesting that he did say that though. So also gonna be limited time. So I know imagine that many people gain the skin then. But who knows? I mean, I've been playing Piggy since day one. I've been doing like fire and ice. I did like freaking the like lava escape obby in freaking Pig City 4 Part 2. So I can practically hit about anything. Because I did every single quest except the season, but the season are pretty easy to do. So I don't want to count them. I did every single skin quest in the game to date. And there were pretty difficult ones. Even the hidden ending to the day, one of the most hardest thing I ever did. But yeah. Will there be more than one skin? He said yes. What's their present year or Piggy? He said I have one in mind, but I won't share unless there are coincidences and I want all Piggy writers. He said, will there be more lore and how lore was created? He said yes. And he said in Ronald from this. He said no. He said no, but Nora and Ronald are connected. So the main thing we can get from that for Mousky quest content is that there is more than one skin, and we do know there are going to be 6 skins, and 2 of them will be designed by Tender's Fleet. And I don't know if they're counting just like original main skin, or they're counting like AJ and Pekka, and then whatever skin you get for the campaign. Because I think it confirmed that we're not getting Ryder Page as a skin, but who knows. This video right here is so Ryder Page was confirmed to give a skin. I think it's unlikely, but they got paid for someone's skin. Another thing, well, the least thing you can say to get more money between drops, will the two of them have a Raleigh and Piggy, or are they just the plushie lonely? He said, I sit down with Raleigh of some sorts, but I don't think it will be the addition of content that have been in the past, so brainstorm how Raleigh should be done. Which, honestly, I find it interesting how, like, oh, yeah, we're probably still going to have them. We're never going to have Raleigh, and it's going to be a little different than how they was before. So, who knows? Maybe they're going to have more skins, or maybe they're going to focus more on abilities or something. Or maybe more billboard events. Because I feel like last Raleigh didn't really give us that one. Actually, no, it gave us one billboard event. Never mind. But still, maybe they can give us some more. Or maybe make a bigger Raleigh. Who knows? They also, like I said, neither two characters perform very well on the reverse survey. We don't know who they are. We just tag over Saturn Brother on when the time comes. My best bet, I feel like a lot of people love Nor, so we could probably finally get a Nor plushie. That's just my theory. Or they're probably thinking about someone else. But, like, I feel like a lot of people love Nor enough that we can probably get a Nor plushie one day. So, we can hope, right? They said, I don't think Will gets to judge, but yet to tell a lot more characters and tapes are the videos on YT, Caster, the audio, and we don't tell make it anymore. So, I feel like that might be the last tape ever before the Mystery Project, and now we know that we don't know who the judge is. Maybe it's Tio. Okay, jokes aside, we don't know. So, just want to add that there. Another thing, either at Lily, who's going to be making more profile picture soon, said we need Halloween skin. He just said, I wouldn't worry. So, yeah, we're definitely going to get a lot more Halloween skin. But the main problem with it is, again, most of the stuff that mentions Halloween is in November time. So, we don't know if this is going to still come with the November update, or they're going to save it until next Halloween. So, I hope they don't. Honestly, I feel like it would be a shame if like we had to wait another like year to get the cool Halloween skin that we could have got. But maybe did like, and people say that because maybe we did say, oh yeah, this is the last Halloween update. But I feel like what they meant was this was the last that was the last Halloween update of the year, right? And that was the last skin that he gonna add in for the video. So I think that was what he was referring to. But yeah. He said, like, Pimp AJ and said, now in a couple weeks after Ryder Page, we have a second page starting product and yet to be revealed. It's a little more expensive than the regular product, but it's really cool though. So this is pretty interesting. I'm here seeing it must in the Muxie or Nor. Like, maybe Nor can, like, actually get voice acted, or maybe have, like, a glitch effect or something, but we'll see. But overall, that's all you guys should know about the upcoming update, and that's what I have to say. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell to turn on notifications. Hopefully next week I'll be making a Piggy Skin We Need video, so yeah, see you on the flip side.